If you're collecting Disney character signatures like I am, then you have to get all the classics. So here's me meeting Pluto and Goofy at Walt Disney World. After Mickey and Minnie, Pluto and Goofy were an obvious addition, but I wanted to make sure that I could have them close to the iconic couple so that Mickey could be near his best friend and loyal pet. Pluto was one of the simpler characters on this jacket because he has a very simple character design and a very simple color palette. I just had to make sure that I kept his orangish fur a different color from Goofy's shirt so that the two characters wouldn't blend together too much on the jacket. I was a little worried that Pluto would have a hard time actually signing the jacket because of those big fluffy paws, but it worked out just fine, and while it isn't the neatest signature on my jacket, I am glad that it's included on it. We met with Pluto fairly spur of the moment at Hollywood Studios. As you go past the Brown Derby, through the animation courtyard, towards the Star Wars launch bay, on your right is where they have the Disney Junior dance party, and there's several character meets there. We just happened to be walking by on our way to a fast pass, so we didn't have a ton of time, but the line for Pluto was fairly short, so we decided to go ahead and risk it. We were pretty focused on Star Wars that day, as you may be able to tell by my Han Solo Disney bound and my Princess Leia buns, but we thought it was worth it to try and squeeze in Pluto when we saw a really short line for him. So it ended up being a pretty quick interaction, but it was adorable, and if you're passing by and he's there and the line is short, I say go for it. It seems the ones on the corner tend to be more like a Fancy Nancy and that Sophia the First, which are more current characters for the little ones, so those lines tend to get a little bit crazier, but I mean, Pluto, who doesn't love him? Definitely check him out. Painting Goofy on my jacket was a little more time consuming than it was for Pluto. He has a much more involved character design, a lot more pieces and garments and colors, and also I felt like he needed a little bit more involved of a pose. Most of the other characters on the jackets are essentially kind of just standing there. They might be pointing or looking a certain way, but they're mostly just standing upright. But I felt like Goofy needed to be that little bit extra, you know? I mean, it's Goofy. But just like with Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Daisy, I decided to keep him in his classic outfit. So he's got the orange shirt under a little loose black vest, and then he's got blue pants and brown shoes, and of course, the classic hat. With Pluto and Goofy, I was quickly learning the perils of painting orange on a blue denim jacket. If I didn't get the paint opaque enough, the blue behind its complementary color of orange just dulled it down and made it pretty boring, and that's not very cartoony and Disney, so I had to make sure that I got enough layers and opacity of the orange so that instead it would pop next to the negative space of the blue denim. I really had to work on that and be careful though, because if the paint gets too thick on the jacket, it's going to get stiff and uncomfortable. And I definitely want this jacket to be something that I can wear regularly in and out of the parks, so it's a fine line to walk. I met Goofy at Pete's Silly Sideshow in the Storybook Circus at Magic Kingdom. That's also where I met Donald, so I'll link that video down below because I think it was adorable and I hope you'll check it out. Goofy greeted me very sweetly with a kiss on the hand, but then he was slightly less sweet when he tried to take credit for painting my jacket. But his handler was quick to step in and correct him by asking if I had painted the jacket and how long I took, and he was very complimentary about it. It was very sweet. After signing my jacket, Goofy wanted me to actually put the jacket on for the pictures. Which meant taking off my park bag, so I just dropped it at my feet, but the cast member was very quick and helpful and darted in to grab it real quick before I could do anything else while I was putting on the jacket. I always think it's really sweet when the cast members are just so helpful at the meet and greets. I know it's partly because they need to keep things moving smoothly, but they definitely go above and beyond and are constantly offering to help me by holding things or moving things when they really don't have to. And I always end up with better pictures. In this case, for instance, my bag not being at my feet in the pictures was definitely helpful because I think they ended up adorable. Both of these character interactions ended up being a little on the shorter side, but I'm okay with that. I was able to catch their lines when they weren't too terribly long, so I didn't have to wait forever in line and get uncomfortable and hot and stressed, so I was able to get up to the character and just enjoy the moment. Disney makes that really easy. They've got a lot of options for meeting some of the more popular characters, so don't be dead set unless you have a fast pass on meeting a certain character at a certain time. Just keep checking back with their times, see if the line got a little bit shorter at different points, or don't be afraid to meet that character at a different park on a different day. Check the maps in the app, it shows which characters are available in which parks, and some of the lines are definitely shorter than others. I hope you found this helpful and that you'll like and subscribe down below, ring the bell for notifications to get more Disney interactions and videos just like this one. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time.